So I will wash this now with the mixture. Now what is the reason why while I'm doing the wash, I have to tilt the board, the illustration board? Para so that what? You can what? What is the reason why you have to tilt the board? Or look at what happens. What happens? The paint actually goes down and you can create what? An even wash. Okay? Because the moment you make the board lay flat on the table, this one will just go up and it will create mapping. Okay? You could hardly do an even wash. So if you want to achieve an even wash, it has to be tilted. So what do you do if you have excess paint? You let your brush absorb the excess paint, but you have to let your brush absorb, let your tissue absorb the excess paint from the brush. And then pag wala na, you can use that to absorb the excess brush on the board. Okay? Now, so I have washed this. Of course, you transfer the drawing first, everything, and then wash everything. Not just a part, but everything. Okay. Okay. So when you blow dry, when you use your blower, you don't just blow dry the front, but you also blow dry the back. Why? Because if it's just the front, the moisture will just settle down at the back and then basa pa rin yun and then it will just warp. Okay? Para hindi siya mag-warp, you blow dry the front and blow dry the front so that the moisture will be dry. Okay? Will be released. Now, why, when you blow dry, why does it warp? Okay, the reason why it warps because there is a sudden change in temperature. Okay, from a low temperature naging high because may heat involved. That's why when you blow dry this part lang, it goes like that, nagwa-warp siya. Okay, now we are ready to render. When you render, you start with the background first. The wall, the floor, and the ceiling before you render the furnishings. Okay? Okay, now, you have your watercolor pencil here. Make sure that you know where your watercolor pencil and where your colored pencil is. Okay, why? Because they look alike, like this one here. They are the same. They look the same. Now, if your intention is to dilute after applying the colored pencil, and you have used your colored pencil since they look alike, okay, you cannot dilute that. So what will happen? You have to erase. Now, the moment you erase, especially on boards, you are actually trying to, how do I say this? You are affecting that top portion or top layer of the board already. Okay, which means that if you, again, wet it and then erase and wet, it has an effect actually. na sisira yung fibers niya. So, you just have to know, or you just have to set aside which is which. This is your colored pencil, and this is your watercolor pencil. And then, to be sure, just to be sure, before you apply, look at the name there. Is it, or indication, is it watercolor or classic color? When you say classic color, ano siya? Colored pencil. Undilutable. Dilutable. Okay? Next. Now, wettable. Okay. Now, let's say that the light source is there at the center. Okay? That's why, if you look at our rendering here, you have a medium, lightest part, and then we have the darkest part here, right? So, we will be, our light source will be, let's say, it is somewhere here at the center. So, this is the lightest, this is the lightest part, of course, the top portion, medium, and the darkest part here. Okay? But, we are not going to render first the furnishing, but the wall. So, the wall, we will start. So, which means that on the back part, this is the darker side. And then the lighter side will be somewhere here. Okay? So, I don't mind any direction of the pencil because you are going to dilute it anyway. So, okay lang if it's different directions. But next week, if we do colored pencil technique, it has to have the same direction. Okay? Now, I am rendering a plain painted wall. So, towards this side, it goes light. It goes light. And going up, it goes light also. So, I have light strokes here.